Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mary and I give you an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you could click the subscribe button and stay for a while. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you more than you know. So as you can tell from the title of the video, we are going to look at Sephora's best sellers and do a full face of those items. I might not have something for each category, but if I don't, I'll just go ahead and skip that step and use something else off camera. But I think I should be okay. I did this video, I can't remember if it was towards the end of November or December. I had so much fun and I feel like this list changes quite a bit. If there are new releases, new launches, those items usually make the list just because they're popular items that are being bought. But yeah, I had fun disagreeing or agreeing with the choices that we had. Yeah, so let's see what's popular on the Sephora bestsellers and if I agree or disagree. All right, face is nice and primed, hair is pulled back. I went in to the Ilia Face Milk and then I used the Chanel Glowy Primer, the newest one they launched, and the Danessa Myricks Balm Powder for my T-zone. Most of the items I'm seeing on this bestseller list on Sephora is skincare. The only one I did see that's a primer is the Refi Beauty, the little rolly one that is so infamous on TikTok right now. So basically what you do is you go on to your Sephora app and then you go under the shop little tab all the way, not all the way down, but like about midway, there is a little tab for best sellers and that's where I'm at. So for foundation, we have a couple of choices here. First one I'm seeing is the House Labs by Lady Gaga Triclone Skin Tech Foundation, which I have a sample of. The Armani Beauty Luminous Silk. I'm pretty sure I used that one last time. The Ilia Serum Skin Tint. I do not own that. The Laura Mercier Real Flawless Foundation, the one that went viral on TikTok. Maybe we'll use that one. I haven't picked it up in a minute. And I think that is it. Oh no, and the Merit Minimalist Perfecting Complexion Foundation Stick, which I do really enjoy. But I picked that one up I think last week. The NARS Light Reflecting, also a very good one and an Allure winner of 2022. Okay, let's pull out the Laura Mercier since it is so popular right now. Okay, the Laura Mercier Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Foundation. I have it in the shade 3-in-1 Buff. It might be a tiny bit dark, but we'll see. I reviewed this foundation like 10 or 11 months ago when it first came out, okay? I gave this a really good review and I still agree with my review. It's a really good foundation, but the fact that it's just popular because freaking Twitter, yeah, that's kind of annoying. I'm not a big fan of Twitter, as you can hear. Also, my burns are healing, yay. This is the Rose Ink Foundation Brush. This is a really good long-lasting foundation. It does very well for me on my skin type, which right now it's pretty normal with a tiny bit of dry patches and oily T-zone, but not as oily as it gets during summer. But it's a really good foundation, and the fact that these people on TikTok are making things go viral, and I mean, this has been out for about a year now. It's as good now as it was then. Yeah, I would love to know your thoughts on TikTok and all of these people making things go viral, especially things that have been out for a while. It's like a little annoying, a little frustrating. Okay, foundation is nice and blended. I think this is beautiful. I don't need TikTok to tell me that. Okay, now for concealer, the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I feel like that's a staple for so many. And I think we used that one last time, so we're going to use that today. The Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Concealer is on this list. The Kosas Revealer Super Creamy Concealer. I think I heard through the grapevine of YouTube that TikTok is also making that viral right now. I hate that word, by the way, viral. Tower 28 Swipe All Over Hydrating Concealer. I have seen a good amount of reviews on that, and it seems like it is a good concealer. Only a few people don't enjoy it. The Lady Gaga concealer, also another one that I've seen great reviews for, very few bad reviews. The Too Faced Born This Way. This concealer was on this list the last time, so it must be that good, but I don't own it. There's a lot of good products that people have used for years, and I've never tried. That's one of them. Also, the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I have never in my life tried that. I think for today, we're gonna go into the Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Concealer. All right, I found it. I couldn't find it. I'm like, I know I didn't declutter it. I have a mini, and I'm pretty glad that I do, because I actually don't enjoy this concealer all that much. It's a little bit too drying. It's a little bit too heavy. I have to tread very softly with it, or else it does not work for my under eyes. The shade I have is Cedar, which is a tiny bit of a brightening shade, but I can still make it work. A lot of people love this concealer, and that is the reason why I purchased it, because so many people raved about it, but honestly it's not a favorite of mine. It just isn't. Okay, we're gonna go into the Sonia G mini base. Hopefully I didn't put too much product. I think I put the right amount, because it can definitely look dry and cakey if I put way too much. It's just not for me, you know? Okay, that's what we're looking like. Under eyes, they look okay. I think I went with just the perfect amount of concealer. Okay, now for bronzers, not too many choices on the list today. Only ones I see is the Rare Beauty Warm Wishes bronzer stick and the Patrick Ta cream and powder bronzer duo. Yeah, that's all I see. So I pulled out the Rare Beauty. I have it in the shade Soul, right? Happy Soul. And it's the, I think, second to lightest shade. I would say this is a perfect choice. This product is so easy to use, blends like a dream. They also did add, I think, more shades to this. Yeah, they extended the shade range, which is great. I love it when brands do that. I love it when they realize there is a shade or a tone missing in our line. Let's fix that. Just like Kosas, they added more shades because one of the main complaints of the Kosas concealer was that they ran too yellow. What did they do? They fixed the problem. Thank you. When brands do that, I appreciate it so much. Okay, this is the N15 from BK Beauty with Nikki LaRose, and I'm gonna blend this out. It might be patchy here because of my burns. This is honestly such a beautiful cream bronzer. It blends out so easily. If you are a beginner to cream bronzer, this is perfect. Absolutely perfect. All right, as far as blush, the Selena Gomez Soft Pinch Liquid Blush, which was also on the list last week. The Patrick Ta Major Headlines Double Take Cream and Powder Blush. That one was also on the list last time. The Say Do Blush Liquid Blush. I don't think that was on the list last time. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that TikTok is also part of that. And then I think I saw the Merit Flush Balm Cream Blush, and those are the choices on this list. I own all of them except for the Say. I'm pretty sure last time we used the Rare Beauty, but today we're going to use the Merit. And I'm pretty sure that the Merit is on this list because they recently added a new shade. It's like a beautiful corally red. I don't own that shade. I have Beverly Hills, which is more of a mauvey kind of tone. And this was actually sent to me in PR, oh my gosh, like 2 years ago. So I don't have the newer packaging, which is like a gold. But I do enjoy this blush from time to time. It's a little bit balmy. So I can't wear this on its own, even though I don't actually wear liquid blushes on their own. I usually set them down. But if you are somebody who enjoys that dew and your cheeks to just look plump, I think you'll enjoy this formula, but like I said, it does stay pretty balmy, so keep that in mind. I do feel like Merit is a good brand. Everything I own from the brand, I do really enjoy. Okay, so powder. There's a couple of choices. First one I see is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Setting Powder, which I feel is a super popular one. Okay, the One Size Ultimate Blurring Setting Powder. I did try that powder. I got a sample of it. It's too dry for me, so I actually gifted that to my sister who has oily skin, and I think she enjoys it. The Givenchy Prisme Libre, which I do have and I'll be using for my under eyes. And the Huda Beauty. I have a mini and I'll be using this for the rest, or for my face. I'm pretty sure I saw Huda Beauty. Let's see if I can find it again. Yeah, there it is. The Easy Bake Loose Baking Powder. Okay, I already set my under eyes with setting spray, and I always use a puff for my under eyes. I have the shade number 2 for the Givenchy. I don't love this for my under eyes, but I can make it work for my under eyes. It is a pretty nice powder. Keeps my oils at bay when I use it for the whole face. For my under eyes, it does do a decent job. It just depends on the concealer that I'm wearing, honestly. And my under eyes were looking a tiny bit creasy before I set it with the setting spray. All right, now I'm going to jump into the Sonia G Inoki brush. And I'm going to jump into this Huda Beauty setting powder. This one is a tiny bit dry for me, but I can make it work. I just gotta, 1, make sure my skin is nice and prepped, and 2, make sure I don't use too much of it. Okay, now that I'm nice and powdered, let's go into this Patrick Ta cream and powder bronzer duo. And I'm going to use the powder bronzer. I did not see a bronzer on that list other than the Rare Beauty in this one. Both great choices. And I do enjoy this duo from Patrick Ta. He did a pretty good job with it. This is She Sculpted, which I believe is the second lightest shade. It's a tiny bit orange for my personal liking, but I can make it work. The cream portion, which is a contouring kind of shade, that one I do really enjoy. It's really nice. By the way, this is the Wayne Goss F1 brush. Okay, there is absolutely no powder blush on the bestsellers for Sephora other than the Patrick Ta blush duos. I have She's Giving, which is that pretty bubblegum pink. I feel like these duos have been on the bestsellers for quite some time. I have the shade She's Baked. Beautiful, beautiful shade. And last but not least, She's Blushing. So pretty. And this one you can see it has a tiny bit of sheen. I'm in between She's Blushing and She's Baked. Let's do She's Baked. Yeah. I do really enjoy these blush duos from Patrick Ta. I can use them either way. Cream first and then powder. Powder first and then cream. But for today, since we already have that Merit, we're just going to use the powder portion of this. This is a Sonia G Soft Cheek, and I'm going to tread softly because I did not set the Merit blush with powder. And it's going to be patchy here because of my burns healing. But do you see that? Such a beautiful shade. Look, if I can purchase every shade, I mean, I can, but I'm choosing not to. I totally would, because I feel like these blushes are just so pretty. Okay, here is what I'm looking like so far, and I feel like everything is looking so pretty, isn't it? As you can see, eyebrows are done and I have mascara on. I did want to talk about the eyebrow pencil. I usually don't do my eyebrows on camera unless I'm trying a new brow product. Before the eyebrow pencil, I went into the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz Ultra Slim Precision Brow Pencil. I feel like this has been a staple in so many people's makeup routine for so long. I mean, I alternate in between eyebrow pencils, but every time I use the Anastasia, I love it. I love it. It's perfect. The formula is beautiful. It's a good staple product that I will personally keep repurchasing. And for brow gel, I didn't see anything on this list. As far as mascara, only one on this list, and it is the Ilia Limitless Lash Lengthening Clean Mascara, and it's an Allure winner for 2019. I do agree with the mascara. It's a really good mascara. I did have a sample of it, and I'm pretty sure the last time I did this video, I did have the sample of the Ilia and I used it. It's a good mascara. I enjoy it. I will be buying another one. I'm just waiting to use up a tiny bit more mascaras. I think I have 3 or 4 open currently, and 2 of them are close to pretty much being empty or expired. I do find that once the mascaras hit that 6-month mark, which is most mascaras expiration date, or expiration time, I should say, they start flaking on me. And if they didn't do that before and they start to do it all of a sudden, then I know, okay, it's probably time to throw this in the trash. Yeah, that's the only mascara on here. Okay, now for lips. There's not too much on this list. Okay, so I see here the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm. I don't own that. Oh, the new Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. The one that has the swirl, the pink and blue swirl. That's a new product launch, and I'm pretty sure that's why it's on this list. The Dior Lip Glow Oil, which I feel every time I've checked, it's on this list. The Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump. That's a new release. I feel like new releases are going to almost always be on this list. The Lip Glowy Balm from Laneige. The Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Tinted Lip Oil. I feel like this was on this list last time, and it's been on this list since this has launched, at least every time I check. The Dior Addict Lip Maximizer Plumping Gloss. Do I have one of those? No, I don't have that formula. And the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb Universal Lip Luminizer. There is a new shade that was launched this week, I think, but I feel like the Gloss Bomb from Fenty Beauty is almost always on this list. At least I've seen it. The Makeup Forever Artist Color pencil for brow, eyes, and lip. This is a multi-use lip pencil. This is a multi-use lip crayon. You can use this pretty much anywhere on your face. The Hourglass Phantom Volumizing Glossy Lip Balm. I think that's a newer release. And the Tower 28 Shine On Lip Jelly Non-Sticky Gloss. I don't have that. So for today, we're going to use these 2. Oh, I did forget to mention the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat is also on that list. Now, she just added some shade extensions to her lip liner formula because of the new Icon lipstick launch. But I want to say the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat lip liner formula has been on there quite a few times every time I check the list. So not surprised, it's a really good formula. But I recently did my Charlotte Tilbury video and I want to use my Makeup Forever. This is in the shade Wherever Walnut, which is a beautiful shade. Do you see that color? It is so pretty. Okay, for the Rare Beauty, I only picked up one shade and it's in Hope. I do enjoy this. Is it my absolute favorite? No, 100%. I'm not sure why it's on this list. It's being advertised as a lip oil, but I would say it's more of a lip stain than anything. Okay, you see my lips? I mean, they look pretty, but like the glossiness doesn't even feel oily, like it's gone. So just the tiny bit of glossiness that you do get from that Rare Beauty, it goes away right away. It's not super hydrating. That's why for me, it's more of a lip stain than an actual lip oil. Is it pretty? Yes, but I just, yeah. Okay, the last thing, and it's the only reason why I haven't set my eyebrows, is highlighter. I did see a couple of formulas on this list. First one is the Say Glowy Super Gel. It's like a liquid, almost like a Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter style, which is also on this list, the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. I do own a mini of that and do really enjoy it. I could see why it's a best seller. The Rare Beauty Positive Light Silky Highlighter. That's a super beaming highlighter, at least from all the reviews I have seen, and the only reason why I decided not to purchase it. And the Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette. It's the little palette that has the 4 different shades, but I think it's on this list because was it reformulated? I think it was reformulated, right? Because Dior is trying to become a clean brand. So I think that's why it's on this list, but I do feel like the Glow Face Palette from Dior has been popular for years and years and years. A lot of people put it on favorites all the time. I've just never tried it. I don't need 4 highlighters in a face palette. So for today, we're gonna use the Hollywood Flawless Filter as our highlighter. Okay, so like I said, I have a mini, and I do really enjoy using this under makeup, on top of makeup. For me, it works both ways, and it actually works really well on top of powder. I have the shade 5.5. That's also another thing I do really enjoy about this product. There's different shades available in this. If you wanted to just add a tiny bit of concealer to spot conceal and then wear this as your foundation, you totally can if you enjoy that natural glow. It looks so pretty. Okay, so the BK Beauty 113, this is my #1 favorite brush to use for liquid and cream highlighters because it just works so well. You see that? It's like a natural glow. Please ignore my healing from my curling iron burns, but it's just such a pretty, see that? I think once I finish this, because as you can see, I've definitely used a decent amount. I will be repurchasing it, but I'll be repurchasing a mini. You all know how I feel about my minis. Okay, and here is the full final product. Ooh, there is some perfumes on this list. Prada Paradox, I'm pretty sure I have that, I think. The Kayali Vanilla, I don't have that specific scent. The Chanel Chance au Tendre, I think I've heard a couple of people say that's a really good one. The Valentino Donna Born, I don't have that one, I don't think. The Glossier, the Sol de Janeiro, there's 2 different scents on here, and I think that's all I saw. All right, my lovelies. Sorry, my husband came in here. He just got home with the kiddos. We go every Sunday when he's home to go have breakfast, and one of the waitresses, she's so sweet. She adores my kiddos, and my twins turn 3 in 2 days. So she bought them a gift, and my husband went to go pick them up since he was out and about doing errands and whatnot, and he picked up the gift, so he wanted to come and show me real quick. So I got distracted, and yeah, I got distracted. But I did go in to the Prada Paradox perfume. It's a sweet scent, so if you don't like sweet, you're not gonna enjoy this. This is a recent purchase for me. I smelled it and I loved it, and I bought a little mini of it, the travel size. But I do feel like it's a popular scent. I feel like. I do enjoy it. I did spray it on. Yeah, like I said, I got distracted. Okay, for the eyebrows, I did go into my Dominique Cosmetics brow gel. Like I mentioned, there wasn't anything on this list. Also, I didn't do eyeshadow because I feel like unless there's a new eyeshadow launch, it's usually not on this bestsellers list. I don't feel like eyeshadow is something people go through a lot, but I have so much fun filming this video. I had a blast last time, and I think I'm gonna keep this series going. Maybe if I don't do it every month, maybe other months. I would love to know if you agree with these bestsellers from Sephora. I feel like today the only one that I disagreed with was the Rare Beauty Lip Oil. All right, my lovelies. Well, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. You have no idea. All the comments, all the likes. If you use my links to shop, it truly does mean the world to me. Even if you just comment an emoji, it helps just push my video out there. Thank you for being here. With that being said, do not forget to give the video a big thumbs up, and also do not forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you all on my next video. Bye.